Good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to Social Science online class. Standard 10, History, Unit 5. The topic is Social and Religious Reform Movements in the 19th century. The topic is Social and Religious Reform Movements in the 19th century. The learning objectives of this lesson is the influence of Western ideas, opposition to practices like sati, female infanticide, child marriage, polygamy, and untouchability. Okay, dear children, first we will see the introduction of this lesson. Okay, English education introduced with the object of producing clerks and also produce new English educated middle class. It produced new English educated middle class. Though this middle class small in number, it began to take a lead in political as well as in reform movements. Okay, the Indian reformers attempt to harmonize both Indian and Western cultures. Their ideas and actions helped to mitigate social evils. Do you know the social evils, children? What is the meaning of social evils? Samuga தீமைகள். The social evils such as sati, female infanticide, child marriage, and various superstitious beliefs. Okay. The reform movements fall under two categories. How many categories? Two categories. First one, reformist movement and revivalist movement. Reformist movement in Tamil, சீர்திருத்த இயக்கம். What is revivalist movement in Tamil? சமய புத்தெழுச்சி மீட்டெடுப்பு இயக்கம். This reformist movement like Brahma Samaj, Pratana Samaj and Aligarh movement. This revivalist movement such as Arya Samaj, Ramakrishna Mission and Theobald movement. Okay. Now we will see early reforms movement in Bengal. Early reforms movement in Bengal. Raja Ram Mohan Rai. He was a great scholar. He well versed in Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian and English. His mother tongue Bengali. Okay. He opposed to meaningless religious ceremonies. He did not like the ceremonies. Okay. He deeply concerned with the prevailing customs of sati, child marriage and polygamy. What is the meaning of sati, children? What is the meaning of sati? Sati is a practice among Hindu communities, either voluntarily or by force. Okay. Immolates herself. What is the meaning of immolates? Immolates means sacrifice herself on her deceased husband's pyre. P-Y-R-E. Deceased husband's pyre. The woman who immolates herself is called sati. Okay. Lord William Bentinck became the Governor General of India in the year 1828. When he was the Governor General of India? In the year 1828. He helped Rajaram Mohan Rai to suppress many prevalent social evils like sati, polygamy, child marriage and female infanticide. Here, Lord William Bentinck passed the law banning sati. Okay. What is child marriage? Child marriage of a girl or a boy before the age of 18, below the age of 18 called child marriage. இப்போ அந்த காலத்துலலாம் 14 years, 13 yearsலலாம் marriage பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இதுக்கு பெயர் தான் வந்து child marriage. Next one is polygamy. What is the meaning of polygamy? Polygamy means having more than one wife. Having more than one wife. Next one, polyandry. What is the meaning of polyandry? It means having more than one husband. Having more than one husband. Okay, children. Next we will see Maharishi Devendranath Tagore. Next we will see Maharishi Devendranath Tagore. Dear children, Maharishi Devendranath Tagore was a Hindu philosopher and also religious reformer. The poet Rabindranath Tagore's father. He was the Rabindranath Tagore's father. Okay. He laid down 4 articles of faith. How many articles of faith? He laid down 4 articles of faith. In the beginning, there was nothing. In the beginning, there was nothing. The one supreme being alone existed who created the universe. Who created this world, children? God only created this world. So, in the beginning there was nothing. Only the supreme being alone existed who created the universe. Okay. He alone is the God of truth. கடவுளே உண்மை உள்ளவர். Okay. He alone is the God of truth, infinite wisdom, and also goodness and power. Eternal, எங்கேயுமே நிலைத்திருப்பவர். Then omnipresent. What is the meaning of omnipresent? எங்கும் நிறைந்திருப்பவர். The one without second. Okay. Our salvation depends on belief in Him and in His worship in this world and the next. 4th one. The belief consists in loving Him and doing His will. அவரை நம்புவது அவரை நேசிப்பதிலும் அவர் விருப்பத்தை செயல்படுத்துவதிலும் அடங்கியுள்ளது. Okay children, next we will see the Keshav Chandra Sen. The Keshav Chandra Sen and Brahma Samaj of India. Keshav Chandra Sen joined the movement in the year 1857. But in 1866 a split occurred in the ranks of Brahma Samaj. So what happened? Keshav left the Samaj and founded a new organization. Debendranath's organization thereafter came to be known as Adi Brahma Samaj. After Keshav had his 14-year-old daughter married to an Indian prince, in contravention of the Samaj condemnation of child marriages, the opponents of child marriage, he left the Brahma Samaj of India and he started the Sadhan Samaj. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, another outstanding reformer in Bengal, was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He against the burning of widows or for the prohibition on the remarriage of widows. He played a leading role in promoting education of girls and helped them in setting up a number of schools. He dedicated his whole life for the betterment of the child widows of the Hindu society. The movement led by Vidyasagar resulted in the Widows Remarriage Reform Act of 1856. Prarthana Samaj was founded in the year 1867. Its founder was Dr. Atmaram Pandurang. The 2 members of this Samaj were R.C. Pandargar and Justice Mahadev Govind Ranade. They devoted themselves to activities such as intercaste dining, intercaste marriage, widow remarriage, and improvement of women and depressed classes. Ranade was the founder of the Widow Marriage Association in the year 1861. Now we will see Hindu revivalism, Hindu Puthedichi Iyakkam. In the Punjab, the reform movement was spearheaded by the Arya Samaj. It was founded by a wandering ascetic in the western Gangetic plain, Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He declared the practices such as child marriage, the prohibition of widow remarriages, and the polluting effects of foreign travel had no scriptural sanction. He also rejected superstitious belief in Hinduism, and his cry was, "Go back to Vedas." The primary achievements of the Arya Samaj were in the field of social reform and spread of education. The Samaj started a number of Dayananda Anglo-Vedic schools and colleges. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Ramakrishna emphasized the spiritual union with God through ecstatic practices such as singing bhajans. He declared that manifestation of the Divine Mother were infinite. In his view, all religions contain the universal elements which, if practiced, would lead to salvation. He said, Jiva is Siva. That means all living beings are God. Service for man must be regarded as God. Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna's primary achievements was his ability to attract educated youth who were dissatisfied with the rational orientation of religious reform organizations such as the Brahma Samaj. Vivekananda established the Ramakrishna Mission, which did not restrict itself to religious activities but was actively involved in social causes such as education, healthcare, and relief in times of calamities. Swami Vivekananda, dissatisfied with conventional philosophical positions and practices, he advocated the practical Vedanta of service to humanity and attacked the tendency to defend every institution simply because it was connected with religion. He emphasized a cultural nationalism and made a call to Indian youth to regenerate Hindu society. Vivekananda activists rekindled the desire for political change among many Western education young Bengalis. Many of the youths who were involved in the militant nationalist struggle during the Swadeshi movement following the partition of Bengal were inspired by Vivekananda. Now we will see Theosophical movement. The Theosophical Society, founded by Madame Blavatsky and Colonel H.S. Wolcott, played a key role in this. Founded in the USA in 1875, it later shifted to India at Adyar, Chennai in 1886. Theosophical Society encouraged a study of the Hindu classics, especially the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. The Theosophical Society also played an important role in the revival of Buddhism in India. Now we will see anti-caste, Sadi Edirpu Iyakam. Jyotiba Phule. Jyotiba Phule was born in 1827 in Maharashtra. He opened the first school for untouchables in 1852 in Pune. He launched the Satya Sodak Samaj, that means Truth Seekers Society, Unmayai Naduvor Sangam, நிறுவினார். Then he opposed child marriage and supported widow remarriage. Jyotiba and his wife Saraswati devoted their lives for the uplift of the depressed classes and women. Jyotiba opened orphanages and homes for widows. Narayana Guru, born to poor parents in Kerala, Narayana Guru evolved into a poet and scholar in Malayalam, Tamil, and Sanskrit. He dedicated his whole life for the betterment of the oppressed. He set up the Sri Narayana Dharma Paribalana Yogam, an organization to work for the uplift to the depressed classes. He established a grand temple at Arivipuram and dedicated it to all. Thinkers and writers such as Kumaran Asan and Dr. Balbu were influenced by his ideas and carried forward the movement. Ayyankali. Ayyankali was born in 1863 at Venganur in Thiruvananthapuram, then in the princely state of Travancore. The discrimination he faced as a child turned him into a leader of an anti-caste movement and who later fought for basic rights, including access to public spaces and entry to schools. Inspired by Sri Narayana Guru, Ayyankali founded the Sadhu Jana Paribalana Sangam, Association for the Protection of the Poor, in the year 1907. Now we will see Islamic reforms. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He was born in Delhi into a noble Muslim family. Syed Ahmad Khan thought that lack of education, especially modern education, had harmed the Muslim greatly and kept them backward. He exhorted the Muslims to accept Western science and take up government services. He founded a scientific society and he translated many English books, especially science book, into Urdu. He advised the Muslims to take to English education and to concentrate on it. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's movement, the Aligarh movement, is so called because it was centered around the Aligarh Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College founded by him in the year 1875, which is a landmark in the history of Indian Muslim education. The college was raised to the status of a university in 1920. Now we will see social reformers of Tamil Nadu. Ramalinga Swamigal, popularly known as Valalar. Ramalinga Adigal was born in Marudur, a village near Chidambaram. Ramalinga emphasized the bonds of responsibility and compassion between living beings. He expressed the view that those who lack compassion for suffering beings are hard-hearted, their wisdom clouded. He showed his compassion and mercy on all living beings, including plants. This is called Jiva Karunya. He established the Samarasa Veda Sanmarka Sangam in 1865. Ramalinga also established a free feeding house for everyone, irrespective of caste, at Vadalur in the year 1867. In the wake of a terrible famine in South India in 1866. உயிர்களிடையே நம்பிக்கை, இரக்கம் எனும் பிணைப்புகள் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்றார். துயரப்படும் உயிரினங்களை பார்த்து இரக்கம் கொள்ளாதவர்கள் கல் நெஞ்சக்காரர்கள், அவர்களின் ஞானம் மேகங்களால் மூடப்பட்டிருக்கும் என கருத்தினை முன்வைத்தார். அவர் தன்னுடைய அன்பையும் இரக்கத்தையும் செடி கொடிகள் உள்பட அனைத்து உயிரினங்களிடமும் காட்டினார். தென்னிந்தியாவில் ஏற்பட்ட கொடிய பஞ்சத்தை கணக்கில் கொண்டு சாதி எல்லைகளை தாண்டி அனைத்து மக்களுக்குமான இலவச உணவகத்தை வடலூரில் நிறுவினார். Ayothi Dasar. Pandidar Ayothi Dasar was a radical Tamil scholar, writer, Siddha medicine practitioner, journalist, and a socio-political activist. Born in Chennai, he was fluent in Tamil, English, Sanskrit, and Pali languages. He campaigned for social justice and worked for the emancipation of the untouchables from the caste clutches. He considered education as an important tool for empowerment and became the driving force behind the establishment of several schools for the untouchables in Tamil Nadu. He influenced by the Theophist organizer Colonel H.S. Wolcott. He went to Sri Lanka in the year 1898 and converted to Buddhism. In the same year, he founded Sakya Buddhist Society at Madras to construct the rational religious philosophy through Buddhist religion. He started a weekly journal, Oru Paisa Tamilan, in the year 1907 and published it until his demise in the year 1914. Dear children, now you may better understand the opposition to practices like sati, slavery, child marriage, untouchability, and contribution of Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, Ramakrishna Mission, Theosophical Society, and Aligarh movement. Then social movement of Jyotiba Phule and reform movements in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Thank you children. God bless you all.